I think maybe I'm supposed to officially throw my hat in the ring with this thing instead of just tampering with it like I've been doing. Yesterday, I'm watching the saga that is Nicole. She over there doing her usual truth line. And she said something that caught my attention, but, I didn't really pay it no mind. I wasn't going to bother with it. So I watched a great bit of what she was talking about, then went on about my business to look through Warren's channel for something I was planning on talking about. I eventually found it, but then I came across something else, and I was like, well, I'll be damned, man. You have got to be kidding me. Right? And it wasn't nothing that Warren did. It was who he was talking to on this panel. And that just so happened to be something like what Nicole did. And that's why I'm thinking that maybe I'm supposed to get into this thing I see going on and get all the way in it. Get all the way in it and not just be on the fringes with my little remarks like I've been doing, but something is telling me that something bad gonna happen. Something bad gonna happen. Like I'm gonna get flagged, I'm gonna get doxxed or something, because everybody ain't gonna let me get away with it. Then got the other guy. Got the other guy on my shoulder, whispering like, go ahead, man, do your thing. Ain't that gonna happen? People don't even watch your channel anyway. Go ahead, do it. But something telling me, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. But I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about it. But let me show y'all something. And it's basically what's been going on in the world. And even going on in our cyber world that people keep saying ain't the real world. But they can't explain why they can't stay off of here in our real world. They can't go away. But this is not the real world. But anyway, let me show y'all something. But first I need to introduce y'all to who the players is, because it's a good chance that y'all won't even know who none of these people are who I'm going to be talking about. Okay, this dude, his name is Keemstar, and his girlfriend's name is Jossie.
What, Keemstar?
Hey, what's up,
man? Dude, I can barely even recognize you, man. with the mask on. Is this the infamous new girlfriend?
Yeah, this is Jossie.
These two here, their names are Steve and his co-host / business partner, Cheshire. And their live stream is titled Judgment Call, Ethical Considerations. A few months ago, Wacky World, he put a video over there on Rumble, and what he was talking about reminded me of this ethical video I saw a few months earlier, right? And I think Wacky was talking about, he was talking about somebody in the manosphere, I think. But whatever it was likened to the Keemstar thing. And if you go over to Rumble, you'll see my long comment talking about this Steve and Chesh thing.
And it's Keemstar. Keemstar's got this relationship with like some 20-year-old or whatever. And so there's been a lot of discussion from larger creators about this. And just because I want to give full context, I saw Boogie tweet something and I was like, okay. And so he said, hot take, apparently, 2 consenting adults should be allowed to do whatever they want as long as it's legal. And then somebody had responded saying legally and morality are different things. Sure. And then Boogie said, absolutely, but we cannot project our morality onto others. And I saw that and I was like, pretty sure we do that all the time. I'm pretty sure that's how we have laws. I'm not sure about this. So I was interested to talk about it. For anybody who is, because isn't Elon Musk also in like one of those relationships where somebody's like they're rich and there's somebody and famous and they're dating somebody like way young?
I don't really get into the whole who's dating whom kind of thing. It's never been much my interest.
Okay, you see Steve there. He's not really going for it, and he kind of brushed her off, and he did that on and off throughout the stream. And what Cheshire's doing is trying to turn the dude Keemstar into a sexual predator.
Because isn't Elon Musk also in like one of those relationships where somebody's like they're rich and there's somebody and famous and they're dating somebody like way young?
I don't really get into the whole who's dating whom kind of thing. It's never been much my interest. I mean, I do understand there's considerations to be had when you're having power balance of powers, and I understand that. But you know, first of all, okay, I don't follow Keemstar. I just don't. I see the clips from every so often. But as far as somebody who I watch, I don't watch Keemstar. I know nothing really about him except that
I don't know enough about his relationship with her to make a judgment, but I definitely can understand people questioning the power imbalance of their relationship. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
To turn Keemstar into a predator, she uses the power imbalance angle. I've heard that. I've heard that in power imbalance thing a lot. But he's a popular YouTuber. She not, and therefore he's a predator. Now, I don't recall Chesh saying anything about him being a sexual predator, but you heard her mention age with a reference to Elon Musk being with a younger chick. Also, if you put into your search engine, Keemstar young girlfriend, and you'll get tired of counting the results. It's so many people, a lot of people calling this dude a child molester, but she is 20 years old. He's 39 years old. But they're playing the power dynamic angle to one person, and one person even said that Keemstar is a child predator because Jossie plays Minecraft.
He is really amped up, man. He's angry. By the way, I'm going to show this one because it's just her back, but it's really about the caption. He posted this, Hila. Look at the caption. She said, legit, he posted this with this caption. He said, she plays Minecraft. Am I going to jail? Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
What does that mean?
But
that she's a kid?
Yeah. He's joking about the fact that she's a child.
He elaborates more on the whole Minecraft thing on his podcast,
which we're going to get into apparently.
No! Little subtle ways like that. Did you hear the lady be referred to as a child? Even though she's 20 years old. That right there, the Minecraft thing, other people reached even further than that. Really desperate, real desperate to make this dude into a pedophile. Look at her turn the lady into a kid. A lot of people do this, her mental capacity and whatnot.
There was one person, actually it was a lot of people who thought it was weird, but there was one person who actually took a big issue with this, and it was Trisha Paytas, longtime enemy of Keemstar, and she said this.
Keemstar is 39, he'll be 40 next year, dating a 20-year-old. It has been scientifically proven, I have been told this time and time again, that the female mind, because he's with a female, the female mind, natural born female mind, does not fully develop until the age of 25. With males, sometimes it's up to age 30. You're an almost 40-year-old man with a child, just got out of a 13-year relationship, and now you're like within weeks just blasting that you're sliding into new cheeks as a 20-year-old.
But you know, first of all, okay, I don't follow Keemstar. I just don't. I see the clips from every so often. But as far as somebody who I watch, I don't watch Keemstar. I know nothing really about him except that
I don't know enough about his relationship with her to make a judgment, but I definitely can understand people questioning the power imbalance of their relationship. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, he's 39, I believe. She's 20. I find nothing wrong with that. She's an adult. Hey, knock yourself out. Now, the question remains, I guess, because people don't know what their actual relationships are, and I don't think it's any of their freaking business, to be honest with you. But is there a balance there such that you're using somebody that might be attracted to you for the wrong reasons because you are in a position of influence, stature, money. But
so you can say this stuff about what happened with Jimmy, right?
Yes.
Jimmy was being sexually explicit to some degree with fans, and he would enter the conversation from there, utilizing his influence as somebody of clout, whatever, to sort of influence that person and direct the relationship, right? So that's a power imbalance, and that's problematic. Age isn't the thing that's coming into question here, really. It's the power balance. The age thing, I think that people are only in about the age thing because of the power balance that already appears to, or could easily exist.
Steve's still trying to brush her off. You heard him again there. He did that throughout the stream. I think he finally gave in to her towards the end of the stream. I think he just said, "Oh well, hell, okay, he's a predator. Why not?" I think he gave in to her, but the power imbalance. They're not considering the power that the female has that has him even wanting her in the first place. That's power. They don't consider that she's getting what she wants out of it, right? But because he has some popularity. That makes her a victim of him because he's popular. And the age thing has been made into an issue. You heard Chesh try to downplay it, like, "Oh, it's not really an issue." No, that's why she mentioned it. That's why she mentioned the age. And in every video I watched about this, they mentioned her age. And why did Chesh introduce someone named Jimmy into it who was being sexually explicit? See, that's why although I didn't hear Chesh call him a sexual predator, it looks and sounded like that's what she was covertly suggesting he was.
Anyways, yeah, so let me throw the number on the screen so people can start calling in if they want to talk about this topic. If they don't, that's fine too. We're here anyways. But yeah, I mean, I think it's an interesting topic, you know, of how much morality do we have an obligation to impose on other people and how much that we don't, you know?
The thing is like, there's a little bit of a misnomer with the context, right? That's why I brought the context up, right? Like, hot take apparently, like, so let's ignore Keemstar. Let's ignore that situation and kind of take it for what it is. Hot take, 2 consenting adults should be allowed to do whatever they want as long as it's legal. So I think I'm going to give Boogie charity here because I don't have any dislike for Boogie.
No. I followed Boogie for a while. I mean, he has no idea who I am, I don't think. But I mean, I've never disliked the guy.
Yeah, so this is not like I have no. What I'm saying is like I don't have a bias one way or another.
None.
2 consenting adults should be allowed to do whatever they want as long as it's legal. I'm giving the charity on that. I'm taking like, so you mean like Bonnie and Clyde were consenting adults, but they were committing theft, right? So the theft was illegal, but even though those 2 were both consenting adults in doing the theft. So I think I'm just gonna take his tweet. And I'm just gonna take out the as long as it's legal, because this is 2 consenting adults.
Yeah, we'll assume that part.
adults
Yeah, that's not even
with each other. Right. So yeah, we can kind of take that bit out and say, okay, so 2 consenting adults should be allowed to do whatever they want with each other. Right? I think most people agree with that until you start getting into like, you know, assisted suicide starts coming into question, and that would be 2 consenting adults.
I don't have a problem with that either. I'm for euthanasia.
She pretended throughout the live stream to not have a bias. But look at how she took the 2 consenting adults and turned their relationship into criminal activity with the Bonnie and Clyde reference. Then the taking of the other one's life with her suicide reference. And on the comment board, and this is about 4 months ago when I posted this, I posted how she twisted every scenario into something bad. And it got worse than the clips I've played here already. It got real bad. But people pretending that they forgot. That they forgot how older looks for younger and younger looks for older. But it's the male that's the predator. People are even disregarding the legality of it. Both adults of legal age. So, in order to disregard the legality, they need to transform the female into a child, put her in a time machine and travel back to when she was a baby or something.
Right? I think most people agree with that until you start getting into like, you know, assisted suicide starts coming into question, and that would be 2 consenting adults.
I don't have a problem with that either. I'm for euthanasia. That's a whole other topic.
Well, that's what I mean. Like when the way.
Well, I think what we're talking about. We're talking about consenting adults having a relationship. Talking about
consenting relationships, yeah. And so the thing is like with a lot of these things, the thing that's being questioned is the consent part. Everybody agrees that he's speaking with. Do agree that 2 consenting adults should be able to do whatever they want. The question is whether or not their relationship or whoever relationship is consensual based on power dynamics, right?
Their relationship is not consensual because he has more than her. She twisted every scenario, and it got worse than that. And the link to it will be in the description box. And look at what we've been seeing with the Polite situation. Look at all those people who have turned out to be child touchers or child toucher enablers. Taking turns, man, calling each other predators, man. Taking turns. They rotating each other. Right? They're rotating, man, all over the place. Just point, you're a predator, you're a predator, no, you're a predator, I'm not a predator, you're a predator. All over the place, man. I want to laugh at that, but that's sad, man. That's just sad. People who were calling Polite a child harmer ended up being accused of messing with children themselves. Right? You see, and here's a bad thing. Right? Here's why I bring that up. This dude, Keemstar, has videos on his channel describing people as child predators, and for no good reason, but complained when people did it to him with this Jossie thing. The nerve to get mad. Right? But the games that people playing with this is for real. It's not just on YouTube. It's an actual movement in this country and in other countries to categorize men and boys as predators, no matter what. Right? And none of this is new, but it's just getting bigger. I'll maybe show you what I'm talking about some other time down the road, different video, whatever. And again, this ain't just about no Keemstar. It's not about just whatever Instant Wacky World use. It's up there with the Harvey Weinstein situation. That's what the Power Dynamic Talk is all about. It's on college campuses, men walking on eggshells in there. It's the situation where a 16-year-old boy having sex with a 14, 15-year-old girl, and he's arrested for statutory rape and got to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life. It's about making the female the helpless party in every aspect and scenario. Right? And I know y'all see the heightened talk of child molestation. Accusations just flying out of people's mouths, being hurled at people for little to no reason, like it's just the thing to do. And this females are the victim no matter what thing is a movement. Right? And none of this stuff is new, but it's growing. And both sides are going to pay dearly for it. But I'm going to think about throwing my hat all the way in the center of the ring. This commentary right here is just me tampering with it again.